Panelization is the fastest growing aspect of the building industry, and Intelligent Building Systems continues to lead the way with cutting-edge designs such as the IntelliFramer, automatic plate feed, consistent stud feeding, insertion of pre-made components and subcomponents, plus guaranteed straight nail insertion, even for 3 nails per stud on 2x4 walls. All of which testifies to Intelligent Building Systems' leadership in engineering and developing panelization designs that maximize materials, manpower, and profitability. The IntelliFramer, for example, is designed for maximum productivity with just a 2-man crew, keeping manpower costs to a minimum, assuring you the speed and reliability of fully automated framing. Quality control is assured with CNC placement and nailing of all components that make up the wall panel. The IntelliFramer eliminates the need for manual marking, ink systems, or expensive lasers that slow down the areas that are the real bottlenecks. Thanks to years of research and development, the IntelliFramer's operation is rugged, straightforward, and reliable. As plates are fed from the component table, they move into the IntelliFramer where they're pulled into exact position and are mated with studs automatically fed from the stud conveyor. As the plates and studs are positioned, you'll notice the 3-point clamping. These clamps are essentially the hands of the machine. 3-point clamping guarantees output built flush, square, and tight, even when materials may be inconsistent. It's unique to the IBS design, but it's a sure bet our competitors will be copying it soon. Advanced staging of materials means the 2-man crew can also build subcomponents in an on-time basis. Also, with the unique design of the extruder, the decision of what the maximum length panel you will build is not an issue at order time. Interfaced with PlantNet and driven by the IBS IntelliBuild software, L's, T's, ladders, and cripples all are integrated smoothly and accurately without slowing or interrupting production. An important thing to remember about the IBS IntelliFramer, as well as all the automated machinery designed by IBS, is that the intelligence comes from the software, not from the machine itself. Imagine reprogramming your printer every time your word processing software changed. That's how our competitors' equipment is designed, but IBS equipment is designed on the principle of a printer. Whatever the software says do, that's what the printer does. When building codes change, there's no need to replace or adjust the equipment. You merely change the software parameters and resume full production. The IntelliFramer from IBS is the first truly, totally automated panel extruder with no workers. You will hear talk from others about guaranteed production contracts, only to hear the excuse that it's your production people's fault when the numbers are not met. Rather an easy out, don't you think? With the IntelliFramer, the process is completely machine-controlled, eliminating any excuse due to labor. Whether being used in a totally automated operation or as a standalone part of a panel building process, the IntelliFramer is the first step toward minimizing costs and putting your operation ahead of the demand curve. It's a design which has evolved from the real needs of builders and sets the stage for growth as your company develops and changes. And since every IBS design is expandable and compatible with your growing needs, you won't fall into the expensive trap of over-automation. We suggest you meet with us and let us evaluate your needs. Then we'll design a truly IntelliBuilding system that makes sense for you. If you want to know what the industry will be doing next year, just take a look at what's going on at IBS today. In the competitive field of panel building, the clear leader is the IntelliSheather from Intelligent Building Systems, especially when used in conjunction with the other automated equipment from IBS, such as the IntelliFramer and IntelliStacker. The IntelliSheather, like all IBS equipment, is ruggedly built for years of dependable service and is at the very heart of the panel building process. As the panels are indexed under the nailing positions, studs are solidly clamped and straightened as the plates are secured, thus maximizing materials while guaranteeing the quality of panel output. The unique design of the auto sheather compensates for the poor tolerance of materials in this industry. You won't see shiners on a panel built by the IntelliSheather. The rugged gun mounts tilt for absolute straight-in nailing throughout. With independent gun control, you can use nails, staples, or both, all on the same beam. This eliminates shifting beams from guns to staples. It's a unique design which allows for a mix of nails and staples on the same panel. As the panel advances through the nailing station, the automatic routers kick in, cutting roughouts for windows and doors exactly to specification. All of this is done at one station, eliminating the resquaring and setup of multiple stations. And all this is done without any operator intervention. IBS equipment doesn't become obsolete. The brains aren't merely added on. If the design specifications change, the innovative software enters the changes throughout the entire process quickly and accurately. The real measure of success in panel building is in linear feet per man-hour. And designs from IBS, such as the IntelliFramer and the IntelliSheather, offer the greatest productivity with the least manpower. After all, it's the lineal feet per man-hour that's important, not the total linear feet. Designs from Intelligent Building Systems take into account both your company's current needs and your future needs to come up with a solution with a reasonable return on investment for your current needs, as well as a growth plan to meet your future needs. Others may use gimmicks like guaranteed production contract, but then they also use the excuse that it's your manpower's fault when they don't meet the numbers. But at IBS, we give you solid numbers, numbers on which you can base a solid business plan. If you'd like to know what the industry will be doing next year, take a look at what's going on at Intelligent Building Systems today.